I've been through. Let me share my story with you. All the things that he brought me through. My stormy days and my rainy days. You don't know all the tears I've cried. Things I've kept bottled up inside. Trying my best to be strong. Waiting on God and holding on. You don't know what I had to endure. And you wonder why I'm so sure. Cause my Father never lets me down. He's always around, even when I can't see. Oh, thank you, Jesus. You don't know how many times I prayed over and over, but my situation didn't change. Never changed. Just when I felt like it was the end, you came and you did it again. You did it again. And you did it again. Oh, I know you got a story too. How God stepped in and made a way for you. He wiped every one of your tears, yeah. And he's the reason you're still here. Don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You just don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Tell somebody you just don't know. Hey, don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Just don't know. Just don't know. You don't know. Don't know. Don't know. All on it. Don't know. Let me tell you my testimony. I started singing at the age of 5. My mother put me on stage. I was so terrified. I didn't know then God had a plan for me. Singing all over the world, encouraging you to believe. But it's my story. I'm not gonna hide it. You made some mistakes, and I'm not talking about one or two. But grace and mercy brought me through. But that's enough about me. Let me minister to you. You had some heartache, you had some pain, you had some sunshine, and you had some rain. But through it all, you didn't give up. You kept on believing, kept on trusting in God. Y'all know, you don't know. You ought to tell somebody. You just don't know what I've been through. You, oh, just don't know. Thank you, Jesus.
God, thank you for health, wisdom, and for adversity, Lord, because in those moments we grow closer to you. Thank you for your grace and your mercy, forgiveness. We pray that you continue to guide us. And I ask these things in your son, Jesus' name. Amen. Let's get it. Yes, indeed. Thank God. All right. Welcome to the Glory Stories, spiritual networking platform striving to bring light to God's glory by allowing individuals to share their stories and testimonies. I'm your host, Corinne Wiggins. We kept the main thing as always with our spiritual spark and prayer to lead us off. A few notes before we start. As always, it is our weekly $2 Tuesday this evening. If you aren't familiar with it, we want to share our appreciation for your support, and we will allow you the opportunity to receive a $2 compensation, concluding this episode. If you're one of the first 15 people to share this live stream via Facebook. We're transitioning to Instagram right now, so we don't have the Twitter. I know some people probably thought he could do Twitter as well, so we're not doing the $2 Tuesday via Twitter. It's just Facebook right now. Again, if you're one of those first 15 people, you get the opportunity. And this is our final month for our first season. So definitely take advantage of the ones that we're having. And you can receive that payout as well via Cash App. So if you have Cash App and you share this, you got an opportunity. Furthermore, for some reason, if you missed any of our previous episodes, you can catch all of those on our Facebook and Twitter, as well as Instagram. Some of the later episodes on Instagram as well. Also want to note that we have a YouTube channel that has been created, and we will be transitioning to YouTube next season. This channel is titled More Glory. That's MOre, capital G. It's all one word, More Glory. And we will have each episode posted there, and the content, different content as well. Some community service, leisure kind of recording deals, and some other cool things, that we'll be involved in after the season and the coming months. So to stay connected, if you subscribe now, you can go, get ahead of the game, I guess, because we also have a raffle, coming up as well at the end of the season, and that's one of the, the deals to get into the raffle. Essentially, if you share subscribe to the YouTube channel, as well as you have to follow us on Instagram. The final episode will be on October 27th, and that'll be cash. We're giving out cash. Now we're talking cash. So you get an opportunity. I know, it's the season of giving. We'll do it right before November, or right before Thanksgiving and things like that. So get the opportunity, get a little cash prize. And as always, feel free, to follow us and stay connected on the Twitter. And, we appreciate it. Hopefully you can jump into the raffle, and it'll be beneficial to you. Feel free to DM us, reach out while you're there. If you would like to be featured, promote, share your business, things of that sort, the whole nine, hit us up and we'll definitely support you. Want to help and serve as many people as we can. Now, we got that out the way, to the good stuff. That was a lot, but we have some things brewing. We definitely want y'all to hear about it and be involved and in tune. But to the fun stuff. All right, we have two gentlemen who are businessmen in the food industry. One on the full course meal deal, and the other on the dessert, and bakery side, to cap off, the lovely meals that you get when you go to dinner. You can slide there and get you a good dessert. But they're doing business here in the Durham, in the Bull City, and are always, supporting the community in a variety of ways. Case in point, they joined in the night, right? And I surely do appreciate it. And I look forward to having them on. But without further ado, meet Mr. Leonardo Williams, also known as Leo, for short, from Zweli's Kitchen. Mr. Keijuane, my man, Hester, for favorite dessert. Let's get those gentlemen in and we can jump into it. Here we go, Mr. Williams. Yes, sir. My man, Mr. Hester. Yeah, can you hear me? I don't think I can hear my man Keijuane, Mike. You can hear me? Okay,
can you hear me?
Oh yeah, got you, brother. We got you now, man. I appreciate it. Definitely. Allow you gentlemen. Hey, welcome, fellas. I appreciate this, man. I'm glad to have you all on. I'm glad to have y'all on. For starters, allow you all to introduce yourselves, man. I'm gonna give you an opportunity. I was gonna talk kind of a little bit about my man, Mr. Williams. He with the Zweli's Kitchen. I was gonna say, man, I gotta come through get some oxtails, and then my man, what's the ticket on the oxtails? And my dog, my man, Mr. Hester. Hey, strawberry shortcake. I need it with icing, brother. I need. Yes. But y'all introduce yourselves, man, and your businesses and your services. And since my man, Mr. Williams, he does for the regular dishes, he can go first, and then just as if you would consume a meal. The main course, then dessert. So
Yeah, man. So actually, I just finished dinner myself. I had my really nice, delicious samosas here. Co-owner of Zweli's Kitchen, and we're just kind of doing our thing here. We own the one and only Zimbabwean restaurant in the United States, located right here in Durham. Um, it's a lot of work that goes into running a restaurant. Looking forward to sharing those things. I heard you say, strawberry shortcake. Well, my favorite
yeah,
is the red velvet, and I'll be digging into this tonight.
yeah, I can dig it.
So I'm honored to share the screen with Keijuane tonight because this is my guilty pleasure right here. These red velvets, man.
Yeah,
It's dangerous, man. It's dangerous. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, man. Just and what's unique about this is Corin is my former middle school student. So to
definitely.
see him as a young man like he is making me feel old, but definitely proud. So,
Yeah, I'm telling you, time flies. Talk to him, Mr. Hester.
My name is Keijuane Hester, owner of Favorite Desserts Bakery. Been in business almost 16 years. Started my company after being released from prison. Working on one job, got laid off. Decided to start a business, but my bills was coming in. I didn't know what to do, so I just started baking from my townhouse, and eventually kept writing down goals, coming up with a plan, and started Favorite Desserts. And now we're thriving in the
Yeah.
midst of a pandemic. We're thriving.
Hey, can't beat that, brother. Before we jump into it, if y'all have social media as well, man, y'all can tell them, where they can follow. I have it on the screen, something, a little thing on Instagram, but on all y'all pages, y'all allow that opportunity as well,
Okay.
Mr. Williams, and then
So we're on all social media platforms at Zweli's Kitchen, and I am as an individual LeonardoWilliams.com. www.leonardowilliams.com, which leads to all of my personal platforms and handles.
Got you. Sound good, Mr. Hester. Sound like he might be a little frozen, but I guess we can jump into it. Well, yeah, let's jump into it, man.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, the word talks about whether you eat or drink or whatever you do all for the glory of God, which references the dietary consumption of feeding yourself. But Jesus also says he is the bread of life. Whoever comes to him shall not hunger, and whoever believes in him shall never thirst. Right, which alludes to feeding your spirit and soul, both. And both of you being connected to the food industry. One of the one exactly like I said to the main course dishes, and the other to desserts. My first question, I'm gonna tell I guess my man Keijuane, but for you, Mr. Williams, would be what makes your establishment and food items different and more special than those of someone else's, right? Or your competitors, and what factor does faith play in the culture you create for your business and effort you put into your quality of food and services for your customers?
Great question. So if anyone ever questioned faith before this, I can let them know. I have a story for them. It was really tough for us opening this place. I'm a former Durham Public Schools teacher, and I knew nothing about small business. Even from taxes to maybe I should have talked to Keijuane about this before I jumped into this restaurant thing, but just trying to manage this conglomerate, of a business. I knew nothing of it. I didn't know how much it cost to open a restaurant or anything. My wife is the one with the experience in the restaurant and food and service industry.
Right.
Um, and, she, when I said, babe, I was doing my, government work, and, I've gone up the ladder professionally in education. But when we decided to open a restaurant, she said, babe, it's going to be extremely expensive. But I didn't know how much it would cost. I just knew that we were not going to, say no to this.
Yeah.
So we basically, factored all of our calculations, and it's going to be quite expensive. So we went to the bank for a loan, and the bank said no. We went to the loan agencies. They said no. We went to investors. They said no. We went to family and friends. They said no.
Wow.
And everything, every indicator of whether we should do this or not was like, no, 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 this is the wrong thing. But we had to ask ourselves, what are we going to say? And we said yes. So we dissolved my teacher retirement. We used some savings from the catering, and because we catered for about 9 months, and out of our townhouse, that's Keijuane, and we did what we had to do. We didn't have the luxury of someone giving us $500,000 to just open up this
Right.
establishment. So when we were presented with the opportunity, when everyone said no and we said yes, and we had the space, and the owner said, "I'm giving you 3 months rent free, make it happen. You won't fail."
Wow.
We jumped in. We put our air mattress in here. I called my friends Donald Parker at Torcross Parker and our friend Ted over in Raleigh, and we got a bunch of wood, and we started building tables, building benches. We built the bar. We stripped the walls and painted. Had to look on YouTube. How do you paint? Had to learn how to mount our own TVs. And 3 months later, we had a restaurant.
Crazy.
And we dissolved, my teacher retirement and used the $10,000 of savings. And I know folks don't like talking numbers, but I think it's important to put it out there to see how possible it is.
Yeah.
Although every story is different. But for what we put into this place, 60 days later, we made back. And so while we are a young restaurant, we still break even. We were able to do what everyone said we couldn't do.
Dope.
And we have faith in our ability to succeed, and we know that we're resilient. So it's like, if you're gonna fail, you'll bounce back. So we did what we had to do, and now we've treaded a path that's never been treaded before. And so we sort of get to write our own future now, and that's why we are going to be announcing some expansion plans soon. Yep.
Blessing. And I know Big Q1, you kind of might have caught the back end, but the question I asked Mr. Williams was what makes your establishment and your food items different than your competitors and more special, and what factor does faith play in the culture you create for your business and effort you put into the quality of your food and services?
Well, can you hear me?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Faith plays a huge part in my business. Just similar to his story, I didn't have a lot. I had a hand mixer and I had about $30, and I just said I would not fail. I knew I had a skill, but I had a lot of key factors that I knew that if I would work on those key factors, I knew I would be successful. In the beginning, I didn't even look at it as a bakery. I didn't even look at it as a business. I looked at it as a hustle because my bills were still coming in and I needed to do something fast. And so after I created a buzz and I saw people was going to support me, then I said, let me go and, do the framework, come up with a name, go and register the name and get my peddler's license and, write down small goals. And as I continue to write down those goals and as I made money, I invest back into the business. And I just kept marketing. I didn't even have business cards in the beginning. I had, word of mouth was helping my business grow.
Crazy.
So as I kept growing, I kept enlarging the vision that I wanted to see happen for my business. And I kept speaking faith. You are what you believe and what you say. Words shape your future. And I just kept speaking and believing, and 16 years later, hey, yeah, we're still growing.
Dope, man. Hey, them two great stories, man. I'm a fellow
As
entrepreneur.
long as I'm around, it's going to keep growing. telling you.
No, man, because I'm like, man, I'm a fellow entrepreneur myself, and I know that it's all about the consumer essentially,
Right.
because without them, how you gonna, make money. So I know that, essentially that's what business is, and exchanging your good and the service for compensation. So I understand, that offering the best quality of service, that is also, you kind of alluded to, you only had $30, also feasible for your business as well. It's key to sustain profitability.
Right.
And my next question would be, what would you say the challenge to maintaining that consistent quality of services and feasibility on a daily? How hard is that, and how do you manage to do both effectively? And we can go back to the top, and then
Yeah. So no one is going to care for your business like you do. That's just fact. I don't care how many people you hire or who you hire. No one is going to care for it the way you do. So what's the most important thing you can do is make sure that your standards and your way of being is ironclad in the culture of your workplace. You
Yeah.
know, and that's one thing. That's the difference in chains and mom and pop shops. You know, and even if we ever decide to, open up more locations, it's like, the more locations you open, the less quality it's going to be. You can try all
yeah,
you want, but when you turn your back, things are not going to be the way you would want it to be. So the best thing you can do is just ensure that you are, you're training not through just procedures, but you're also training your work family in who you are as an individual. You know, and so when folks come to my restaurant, they we cater to all five senses. When you first walk in, you're gonna first of all you're gonna smell it, smell what's going on in here, but you're also gonna see the aesthetics. You're gonna see the drums that are made in Africa, made in Zimbabwe. You're gonna hear the African pop. You got to be able to feel the raw wood that we actually made. Our hands made this stuff. And then you're gonna taste the food, and your experience is gonna be whole. So as long as we can
yo,
serve good food and treat you, like family, you're good.
for sure,
That's the least
definitely,
we can do.
Right.
definitely, Mr. Hester.
Okay. So for me, I take a approach of, not only do you have to invest in your business and make sure everyone is following the same proper procedure that you would follow, but I invest not only in business, but I invest in people. The
Mm,
people that I hire in my business, it's not like they are employees. They are like family to me. So,
Hmm.
I make sure everybody feels like this is a great environment. If you invest in people, people will go the extra mile for you.
definitely,
Even when you're not there, they will still have your best interests at heart, because ultimately they have your heartbeat. And so, I invest in people, and I make sure that they understand what I expect, and we stick to what got us here. Customer service. I think customer service is probably the biggest attribute of sustaining a business, because if you got great customer service, then even if the product is just okay, if you got great customer service, people would
right,
tend to support you. Even if
Hmm.
you had a great product and bad customer service, people would not support you. So,
exactly.
I think customer service, and my customers, when they come in, I know them by name base, and before they walk out the door, I holler from the back, thank you. So they know that I appreciate their service, them coming, taking time out of their busy day to support my business. So that's,
Right.
customer service is everything, and
I,
investing in people.
Gotcha.
I just want to affirm that statement because we're in a global pandemic.
Right.
We lost over half of our staff. We encourage some, because we know they have families, they have to do what they got to do. We told them, listen, you're going to have a job when, things level back out and you come back here. They know that we care. But we've also had some staff members that are just like, I don't care. I want to stick this through with you guys because we invested in them. So I think out of this entire segment, that's the most powerful thing. I mean, there were weeks where we had staff members not making a dime, servers not making a dime because we didn't have customers coming in, and they were still showing up. And we're looking like, wow. But, when the young man said, well, Mr. Leo, you helped me with my resume so I can get a job, when I got out of college. I got you, man. I'm going to stay here.
It's the seed.
Yeah.
Absolutely, definitely, man. Because like y'all alluded to, the global pandemic, some things out of our control, right? Out of your control. And y'all, you said invest in people, man. People, that's important because people are going to go with what they know, right? At the end of the day, essentially, right? So they're going to support, and on the flip side of that, they're not going to support. They're either going to choose to support or not. So you can say I'm kind of talking about it because I'm thinking my this episode, for instance, like this platform, for instance, right? Like people starting out, I just do it because and stay focused on the fact that God put me in a position and he expects me to put our best foot forward. He expects us all, we're not ever going to be perfect, right? We're never going to reach perfection. So putting your best foot forward is all we essentially can do. And when you're doing that, you have to put that into the perspective of a business or something like that, because at the end of the day, like Mr. Williams talked about, customers, they kind of, won't coming in, right? Y'all had to lay people off. So they're going to come and go. But your why and your reason for starting in the first place, and essentially, what motivates you is what's keeping you all still doing it. And that really has to be the sole motivation and your love for it to start in anything or just taking a risk on anything. And I talked about this, I kind of alluded to my show because that essentially is what I had to do as well. Some people going to view it, some people not. But you can't really focus on that, right? You got to focus on the content, the reason, and why you're doing it in the begin with. And that essentially is the same for you guys as well, man. So it just boiled down to doing what you love and just doing it for something greater than yourself. And, like I said, that's for anybody watching. That's for anything you're doing, right? Just let your sole motivation be the love for it and, your faith or whatever you believe in. Let that be the reason for why you're doing what you're doing and not a monetary gain or for something else. But my final question for you gentlemen is, what initially got you into wanting to do this? Because I kind of alluded to it just now, talking about your why essentially and your reason for doing it. What essentially got you all into doing it, and who do you do it for?
Yeah. So for me, I like I said, I was in education. I started my career with you, Corey. At Shepherd Middle School. I was fresh out of college. And I just love people. I love being around people, doing things for people. And I just needed to make sure I could do that no matter what I was doing in life. But when I got married, my wife had dreams too, and it just so happened to be that her dream was an awesome retirement plan for both of us. So I figured the earlier we invest in this retirement plan that we control, the better off we'll be. So I made a shift from education for a while. I'll go back into it, but I made a shift for a while, and we figured this can be our family legacy. We'll have our individual legacies, but this can be our family legacy. I told my wife when I met her all over again, because she's actually my freshman year sweetheart. When I saw her all over again, I said, "Listen, I'm going to love you so much. I'm gonna put your name on the side of a building one day." Now, at the time, I was just talking. I didn't think I was going to actually be able to do it.
Yeah, you wild.
But when you drive down 15501, there's a big building with her name all on the side of
it. That's fire,
bro. So, and that's our retirement plan. So, bringing giving my wife's dream a chance was an opportunity for us to really, invest in us, and now, that chance that we gave for her dream is now our dream come true. So we do it for our family legacy, and we also do it to make sure that we have a for-profit business that serves its community beyond sales tax. You know, from McDougall Terrace, the work we've done there, to other community advocacy work that we do. You know, since January, we've donated or coordinated feeding over 43,000 meals to the Durham community in need. You know, just keeping people safe to ensuring folks have, you know, food in their stomach during hard times. So that's why we do it. We want to be able to like serve our community, do our little part.
Absolutely, definitely, Mr. Hester.
Yeah, well, I picked this up, like I said before. I picked this trade up while I was incarcerated, and never did I imagine I'd be doing what I'm doing now. Never did I imagine I'd own a bakery. But God knew the plan that He had for my life, and you know, I just feel like this was the road God chose for me. I think He chose me for this, and I do it same as my guy. I do it for my legacy. Also, I do it to inspire other individuals that may have took a wrong turn in life. You know, no matter how far you fall, you can always get back up and be a productive citizen in society. You can still accomplish your dream after the fall. All you have to do is stay focused, come up with a plan your work your plan, and don't despise small beginnings, because all it takes is one thing. That God can use one thing to change your whole life. One thing. It don't have to be a whole lot. All it takes is I walked out of that prison with one recipe, a carrot cake recipe. And now look at me now. Look at me now. And I'm setting the legacy for my children, to know that, hey, my daddy built this out of sweat. I mean, I created this out of the mud, literally, out of the mud.
Sure.
Created it out of the mud and stayed persistent, consistent. I didn't waver. I stayed focused on my goals, my dreams, and I just kept God first. You know, with God, all things are possible. Not something, all things. He is the reason why I am successful. You know, I don't take no glory, but it's all for His glory, because I get a lot of people that come back and say, "Hey man, you inspire me." It's God using me. I am the vessel, the open and willing vessel to be used by God in order for His glory. So, you can do anything in life. I'm a prime example that you can do anything in life. All you got to do is stay focused, keep God first, and just, plan your work your plan. Know that it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And so, I am so, if I were to look back while I was in prison and saw how my life would be right now, I just didn't, I didn't see it. But I knew I wanted to do something great and something big and be a productive citizen for my community and, help people that has, been in the same situation like me. So, that's the plan. And that's what I'm doing. I'm planning my work, working my plan.
Dope, man. Both of you gentlemen, man.
Hey, you know what, Corin?
Yeah.
One thing I can say that Keijuane and I have in common, man, and there's something about the mentality of this. Get up early.
Yes.
Get up early and get your grind started before everybody else. Whenever I only time I ever see Keijuane is early in the morning, right, Keijuane? Early in the morning. Like we go to the same, we get stuff for our shops, the same place at like 7 in the morning,
Right.
So just that's so important, man. It's something about the mentality. Get up. Don't wait around sleeping around, because while others are sleeping, you could be hustling.
That's right.
For sure. Because somebody definitely getting it, and ain't nobody gonna get it for you.
No.
Right.
So you got to get out and do it yourself.
Yeah, for real. Because y'all kind of alluded to it, just taking, trusting yourself. Because I mean, in these times, I'm pretty sure, Mr. Williams, like you said, you ain't have no customers coming in. You gotta do it, right? You gotta do it yourself, right? It's yours, right? Q1, you said the same thing. Like,
right.
I mean, shoot. Hey, favorite desserts is gonna still be there. I gotta go to favorite desserts, right? You know what I'm saying? It's mine. So if it's yours, you gotta be passionate about something like that. You can't get on somebody else to do something for you. So I definitely understand that. And gentlemen, man, I appreciate that insight, man. If y'all like everybody that's watching favorite desserts, go check it out. Zweli's Kitchen, go check it out. I'm gonna check it out myself. I love you guys, man. I appreciate it. And we're gonna jump into some games, man. And let you guys kind of beat each other, have a little fun, little trivia. Our viewers can jump in as well, get into the comments and things like that. It should be a good deal. I'm about to share the screen for you.
Okay.
Here we go, right here. And here we go. The first game is called Fact or Field. People that's watching, y'all pretty familiar with this, right? There's the sentence on the screen, and essentially. You're just gonna say if you agree with it, if it's a fact or it's a field. Pretty straightforward. That's all that you have to do with this game. Pretty simple. So that's the statement. There are two parts of the body that can't heal themselves. That's a fact or field.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna go with it's a fact.
We got two facts.
Yeah.
And gentlemen, actually, that's a field.
You know what?
Yeah, it actually is a field, and it's the only one is is teeth. That's the only that's the only part of the body.
You know what?
You got me on
right.
that.
Actually, you're right. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking about. I was like, you know what? When you break your toe, there's nothing you can do. You just have to tape it. So it does heal, but it just, there's nothing you can do about it. So I was thinking your toe and your teeth.
I threw that one in there, man. Kind of set the groundwork. So it's 0-0 right now. Hey, y'all both broke even. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You warming up. Look, here we go. Second question right there. Snickers candy bar is made by Mars Inc., not the Hershey Company. Fact or field? And Miss Steele actually had that the first one. My Angie had that first one. She had a field in there. She would have got it right.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that at Hershey Park, actually in Philly.
Snickers are, okay. So
I'm gonna say a fib as well. I'm with Till on this.
So y'all went. It's two fibs.
Nah, I'm gonna go with fib too.
All right, two fibs. Actually, Mr. Jackson was right. It's actually a fact.
Really?
Yes, it's a fact.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I thought So wait a minute. Did Hershey sell Snickers, or has it always been that way?
No, it's always been like this.
I could have sworn I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania, that park, and I could have sworn.
Oh, they might. I don't know. I ain't never been to Hershey Park, but I just know that that Mars Inc. makes the Snickers.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
yeah. Hershey, yeah. Hershey got the Hershey bar, of course, but Mars, they actually top two. They're like maybe Nestle or something like that. I don't know. But
all right, I'm getting the next one.
Yeah. That's 0-0. Y'all boys like being tied up. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
We're confidently wrong.
Here we go. Question number 3. The final question for your first round.
Fact.
We got one fact.
That's a fact.
I got it. I don't know if my man screen. He jammed up right now. What you got? What you got, Mr. Hester?
Huh?
What you have for this one? Can you see it or hear me?
North Carolina is the largest.
Oh, he got it now.
If I get this right, Keijuane, you got to make a sweet potato cupcake, man.
I got you.
That's fact to feel. Yeah. Huh?
I'm going with fact.
All right. Yeah, I like it. Both y'all got that right, man. Y'all come out of there 1-1. Round 1, it's 1-1. I don't know, Keijuane in the daggone acting like he's looking at the screen. Probably was something that. Hey, I don't know. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to y'all. But it is a fact. It is. We got
Say
the
no.
comments. For the comments, they got the facts, man. I love it. But coming out of round one, it's 1-1. You guys tied up, man. 1-1. Round one.
All right,
Shipping
come
to
on with
round
it.
two. Round two is multiple choice opportunity. See, we switching the dynamics. You just had a statement, but now we got a multiple choice deal, and it's called Who Knows What. The question, multiple choice question. You just pick which one you feel like the answer is. Pretty straightforward.
B.
Who was the first Nobel Peace Prize winner?
B.
C. Albert John Little.
We got a B and a C.
I got B. I'm just going with B.
hey, when it got for Martin, huh?
I got to roll with Martin. I might be wrong, but I'm going with Martin. That's all I know. I don't know.
When in doubt, go Martin, man. But Martin ain't right on this one, fellas.
Right.
Actually, both of y'all are wrong.
So it's A?
Yeah, it's A.
Look, when you don't know, just go confidently
Right.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
telling you, it's A. It actually is A, man. And then actually, people was going B with you as well, Mr. Jackson. But yeah, the answer is A, man. Here we go. Riding along. Here we go. So y'all, no points on that one. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Second question. What was the name of the Spice Girls' debut album in 1996? Y'all probably was in y'all prime at this time, so y'all know y'all vibing with it or not. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with B.
I'm going with B as well. I think I remember. I was in 9th grade.
All right, y'all got B's. I tricked y'all up on this one, man. It actually C. It's just Spice. It's just Spice.
Really?
It was just Spice. Yeah, they debuted.
That was a long time ago, man.
Yeah, they Spice. I guess the regular name title kept it simple. But yeah, y'all was in y'all prime in that time. Y'all probably listening to Biggie and them, man. Y'all listen to Pop.
I definitely was.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't listening to Spice Girls, man. That's why I threw that in there, kind of even the playing field, man. Yeah, here we go.
They had some wild hairstyles.
Round number 2. We're gonna we jumping into some athletics. Which NBA player has won the most league MVP?
C.
We got a confident C. And what we have, Mr. Williams? I'm telling you.
I'm gonna be strategic here. I'm gonna go with C.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. I like it. But gentlemen, actually, the answer actually is Kareem.
Here's the deal. One thing I can do, I can sure up that we stay even.
Right.
Hey,
I know Bill Russell got the most rings, though, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
Yep. Definitely. Here we go. So we come out of that one. Round 2 is tied up again. Here we transition into our final game for the night, fellas. This is called Pick the Misfit, right? And with this one, essentially, you see the choices presented on the screen, and you just choose which one you feel like doesn't fit. And you see the hint there allows you the opportunity of the category of answer that I'm looking for. And the hint says seafood for this hint. And you're shore, you have Cape, and Norway.
I'm gonna go with C.
Okay, we have a C.
I'm gonna go with C.
And I meant to throw this in there. If you get this answer correct now, you get 2 points because it's a little more challenging. So you get 2 points. Maybe y'all can separate and see who.
I'm gonna go with B.
Okay, we have a B. All right, a C and a B. And Mr. Jackson went C as well. Okay, let's see if the crowd is right. The answer actually is A.
Man, what?
Yeah, and the hint was seafood, right? So that one essentially is a crab. The other 2 are lobsters.
Okay.
So that's what the misfit was. Shore is a crab. The other 2 are lobsters.
Oh man, I was overthinking that way far.
My brother actually was on it. He actually Reese actually had A. He had it. My mom was wrong. Love you though, Mom. Nothing wrong with it. Here we go. Moving
I'm with
along.
you, Mama.
All right. Number 2. Here you go. That's your second one. Pick the misfit. The hint is animals. Right? You have the roe, the mule, and Bradford.
I'm gonna go with C.
Okay, we have a C.
Yeah.
I'll go with C.
Okay, we got 2 C's. I like it. I love it. And the answer actually is, give it up, gentlemen. It is C. Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna let y'all kind of do y'all logic on that one before I tell you the reason I said it, or was that kind of just a guesstimation? When in doubt, go C.
Nah, I just felt like Bradford, it just didn't belong there. I don't know. I just felt like nah. I just didn't feel like that belonged there.
Right.
I couldn't correlate that to any animal.
Right.
Mule I could, and roe it just sounds familiar,
Right.
but I'm not sure. So
yeah, everybody was right with that one. I mean, Bradford was kind of, it kind of was different. Right? It don't even make sense. Yeah. Right. But yeah, the reason behind it though, that one is a cow. The other 2 are deer. That's why names types of deer. Yeah. Well, here we go. Final question for the evening, gentlemen. Here we go. Hey, y'all still tied 2-2. Y'all both. I mean, actually, it's 3-3 now because y'all got that one correct, so you received 2 points. So it's 3-3. And going into our final question for this evening. If it's a tiebreaker, we'll have to do the tiebreaker. Here we go.
All right.
Boom. The hit is actors. The hit is actors. You have Kellen Lutz, Jeremy Irvin, Rory Saper.
Oh boy, you got me on this one.
You got me too.
I don't know none of these people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with B.
All right.
Actually, Jeremy Irvine sounds familiar. I feel like that's a musician. Kelly Lutz. That's definitely.
I love the deliberation, man.
That's an actor. Rory. Dang, I feel like I've heard the name Irvine before in the music world. I'm gonna have to go with B. This is not strategic. This is just what my recollection is.
Ain't nothing wrong with it because I love it. I love it because the answer actually is B. It is. It definitely is, right? And the reason being is the other 2 played Tarzan in a movie, right? Jeremy didn't play Tarzan, so that's where that came from. And since you all come with a tiebreaker,
come on with it.
Essentially, it's not even gonna be a question. It's just pretty simple. I'm thinking of a number. 1 and between 1 and 15. Whoever get the closest without going over. I'm gonna write it down actually right now.
I'm gonna go with 13.
That's crazy. I was just thinking 13.
Okay. What we got? What you got, Mr. Williams?
I'm gonna go with 3. I'm trying to remember your number in college, but
my brother actually had B as well. And Angie actually she had A this time. She had that one wrong. I'm on with. And what we got? You said what was your number, Mr. Williams? I'm sorry.
I'm torn between 3 and 11.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 11.
All right, and you went. Where'd you go?
13.
13. Bet. All right, and the answer actually, if y'all probably can't even see that, the thing probably bright, ain't it?
What is it?
It's 8. My number actually is 8.
Oh.
Mr. Williams came out with that one. Right. It's 8, man. I went with the old.
You got me.
I went with the old school Kobe joint, and that's crazy that my mom actually had 8. That's why I took her down so fast.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good money. Good money, mama.
But no, it was great, fellas. I appreciate that, man. We're gonna I have a final focus. I will share with you all just kind of to keep your mind set on the
Right.
future and persevering and things like that. So I'm gonna get it to you and we can close from there. Sharing it to you right now.
Persevere. Nothing worthwhile is easy. No one of achievement has avoided failure, sometimes catastrophic failures. They keep at it. They learn from mistakes. They don't quit.
The key is what we do in our times of pain. Pain will change us. Heartache, loss, disappointment, they don't leave us the same. You can come out bitter, or you can come out better. You can come out defeated, giving up on your dreams, or you can come out with a new passion, a new fire, excited about the new opportunities in front of you. Don't just go through it, grow through it. That difficulty is an opportunity to get stronger, to develop character, to gain new confidence. That pain is not there to stop you, it's there to prepare you, to increase you, to develop you.
You're going to hit a wall. And that wall shocks some people. That wall stuns some people. That wall discourages some people. It's painful hitting that wall. But some people hit that wall refuse to be denied. This person comes back anyhow, again and again and again. And if you keep on hitting that wall, here's what happens to you. That you will have an incredible breakthrough. And it's as if the universe says, let's help him out. Come on. I admire that kind of tenacity. Let's give her a hand. This person doesn't care about the pain because this person knows something. There's no pain without pain. Everybody talks positive about themselves. Everybody talks like you a beast. You dress like you a beast. Then when it's time to do what beasts do, you back up. You have an excuse. Innovation is reward.
Right.
They give you back for it. They give you a reward for it. Execution is worship. Listen to me. There's no excuse. And what will separate those of you from the rest is not what they give you. What's going to separate you is what you do. Listen to me very closely. I want you to know there's only one equation that's missing. There's only one thing you cannot purchase. There's only one thing you cannot buy, and that's what real beef do. I ain't smart, but the difference between me and most people is you might be sweeter than me. You might be bigger than me. You might grind. Listen to me. I don't know. You might have money. I don't know where you come from. But you I'll work with every single time. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
Definitely.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, definitely, man. But
Awesome.
again, I thank you all for joining us tonight. Remember to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube, the More Glory YouTube channel to take care of those first steps for our end of season raffle. And be on the lookout for it as always. Have a blessed rest of your week. Thank you, gentlemen, again for joining us, man. And don't forget, always faith forward, keeping the main thing. And it look like if you all want to have say a few things before you dismiss,
Yes.
you had the opportunity to speak.
Please, everybody, go out and vote. Register and vote. This is not about, your political party. It's about our engagement. Equity is ownership. Equity is engagement. Please go register and vote. And on this Friday, if you come to Zweli's Kitchen, and you bring a copy of your voter registration, or at least a picture to show you registered to vote, you get a free samosa. And if you ever had our samosas, you know how good they are. If you need to register, we're going to have people on site registering you to vote. So please get registered and state your voice.
Definitely love it. As well as check it out. Hey, look at the samosas. They're doing it. Mr. Hester.
Hey, I just want to commend you for doing what you doing.
And you know, to be so young and to be so focused on what you're doing, man, it's inspiring. I remember the first time I met you when I came to speak at Hillside in the classroom, and I noticed something special about you then, man. And to see where the growth from then to now, man, you are really doing a great thing, man. And it's very impactful. I commend you, and I just want to tell you, keep pushing. Anytime you need me, whatever I got to do, I stop on the dime and do whatever you need me to do. You got my support, and
That's a
man,
blessing.
I just want you to just stay focused and keep doing what you're doing, because it's much needed.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Got you.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. That's love, hey, man. Humbling, very, very humble. You know, to hear that, and I appreciate it again.
Yes,
You
sir.
gentlemen have a blessed evening, man. Thank you again for joining. Y'all
Right.
have a good evening, viewers, and y'all see y'all next time.
All right.
Bless.